President-elect decided to cancel the annual event, which falls within the holy month of Ramadan, to seek for God's guidance for himself and the country as he prepares the reins of leadership. It will not be the first time Tinubu has cancelled his colloquium. In 2022, celebrations were cancelled following an attack on the Kaduna-Abuja train. I know you remember that attack, yes. And we praised Tinubu when he cancelled the celebrations. I mean, it actually started, I believe we have videos of that celebration, and he cancelled it at that time. But, today people are reacting because of stories that have been circulating that Tinubu is not in the country. And, some people have said whether he's gone on sick leave or not. I will take a tweet from Bankole, who wrote, "The hidden truth here might be the fact that Tinubu wouldn't be available for the colloquium as he's probably away on sick leave. It's not even smart to try to deceive Nigerians into believing that he's not celebrating his birthday because he wants Nigeria to be prayed for." Rufai.
So to a large extent, yeah, there's a role for prayer in every society. And by the way, happy birthday to the president-elect.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. He says he's going to be 71. The truth is, there's a role for prayers in every society. And I don't have problems with prayers, all right? So if the president-elect says he wants his birthday to be used to pray for the country, yes, that's his decision. Also, since he's president-elect now, Nigerians also have a right to know what's going on with him. Because the stories have been making the rounds that he's out of the country. Is he on sick leave or is he just going to rest? All right? Nigerians also have a right to know what's going on with him. Because when you look at it, we must be able to hold our leaders accountable. But let me tell you the best prayer on earth. The best prayer on earth is not when you do biri-biri for 30 days. You know what biri-biri means? Fasting. The best prayer on earth is your character and your attitude. That's the best prayer on earth. The things you say in public. And that's why the best prayer on earth by Bola Ahmed Tinubu for Nigeria is for some of his political spokesmen to stop stoking ethnic tensions. That's the best prayer for this country. The best prayer for this country is also calling on supporters of other political parties that might feel disgruntled to stop stoking political and ethnic tensions. Yorubas have a saying, you look at it before it comes to you. The truth is, for the people stoking ethnic tensions, if this country goes over, we'll all face the consequences. And this is the time for us to cool down. We must be respectful of one another. The best prayer on earth is by leading by example and living in truth and righteousness. So, congratulations to him as he's decided. No matter how much you pray, if people's character doesn't change, nothing will happen. It will just be an exercise in futility. And let me tell you something. It is not because Nigeria is short of prayers. We pray so much in this country. In fact, we pray too much. But the problem with Nigeria today is because people are not just willing to change their character because it favors them. And let's be careful. So happy birthday once again. Accountability is the order of the day. There is a need for prayer in the country. But the best prayer on earth is change of character. The Yorubas have a saying, Iwa lesin. You know what it means? Character is religion.
All right. Dr. Vati, before I come to you, on Monday, a group within the All Progressives Congress called the Concerned Patriots in Defense of Democracy trooped out in their numbers as they marked the beginning of what they described as a countdown to May 29th, when President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be sworn into office. The APC supporters gathered in Abuja, stating that they will continue to gather for 63 days in the lead up to Tinubu's swearing-in ceremony. In the same vein, a group known as the Natives took to the streets of Abuja to protest against the calls for the cancellation of Tinubu's inauguration, noting that no mandate was stolen. This is as the Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, on Monday announced that the force will not tolerate any post-election incitement that could threaten nation security.
I am here to tell Nigeria that we need peace in our country. We win fair and fair election. I don't know why they are making noise. They are causing a lot of problem. They defeat us in Lagos. We didn't complain. We lost a lot of states. We didn't complain. I don't know why they are complaining now. They don't allow our Jagaban to rest. They are taking him to different courts. We will not allow that to happen. And we will continue to come out.
And you have to be very, very decisive and in control of your destiny in Nigeria. People like Dino Melaye, people like Ahmed Dati, Peter Obi, where were they when we were fighting for democracy in Nigeria? They ran away. But they were making money from Bangladesh's government. So now, it cannot be a repeat of June 12th. But this one now is gone beyond June 12th. We won the election. Obasanjo should be very, very careful.
I don't know what the Obasanjo should be careful of. But this group says they will gather in Abuja for 63 days. Well, you know, as we talked about yesterday when the police banned protests in Nasarawa, we hope that it will be peaceful because the Inspector General of Police has said that they will not tolerate any type of incitement. Dr. Abati, both stories.
As you said yesterday, what the police chief has said is in order.
Yeah.
Under the Public Order Act, under Section 45, the further rights granted under the Constitution are not absolute. But you have the right of peaceful assembly under Section 40. So people have the right to protest as long as they are peaceful about it. And what you see here, before now we had the People's Democratic Party, led by the leaders of the party, going all the way to the INEC office to go and submit a petition. In another instance, we had half-naked women going to the U.S. Embassy to also protest that the election was fraudulent. I don't know how you missed that particular story.
No, I asked you yesterday, but you weren't paying attention. That was part of the story for Nasarawa. There were women in Nasarawa going half-naked.
So in Nasarawa state, you also had people who were protesting about the outcome of the election. And now yesterday, you had another group going to INEC office and streets of Abuja to say, look, they are Nigerians too, and they are happy with the election. So, in other words, if you want to interpret it literally, you will say that in this thing called politics, there's no monopoly of wisdom. One group will say, this is where we stand. Another group will say, this is where we stand. That's democracy. You choose how you want to go to heaven or hell. It's your choice. You are free. That's what democracy is all about. So they've made their choice. However, one part, a few comments about what I found in it. One, there was a quarrel with the first group that you showed, among them, over the payment of monetary entitlements. And that's something that people must understand about the dynamics of this. So people go to protest, not necessarily out of conviction or because they want to defend a choice or they have ideas that they want to propagate, but because they have been paid to do so. So there's an economy. There's very serious hunger in this country. Just as you find politicians pursuing their stomachs, you know, and lawyers also focusing on their stomachs, and everybody else focusing on stomach. You have people too who go out there for a little amount of money. They will dance, they will jump on top of a vehicle and jump down. They will carry placards. And they will talk and talk and talk. Well, it's their choice. The other thing that I noticed is that I think his name is Matt Edwards, the man leading...
the natives, is it? Yes.
The natives. Okay, after saying that Ahmed should not have said he doesn't recognize the president-elect and that what INEC has done is okay, whoever is aggrieved should go to court. He wasn't saying that the soul of June 12th, just as M. Abiola symbolized June 12th, that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is also like M. Abiola. I don't think that analogy, that comparison is fair. You know, talking about, oh, the soul of M. Abiola will not rest if M. Abiola is not allowed. No.
He has no right.
Asiwaju should do his own.
Exactly.
Don't drag M. Abiola into it. The story of June 12th is an entirely different story. But I see they keep repeating that narrative thinking that if they repeat it long enough, it will sink in and people will think that, you know, we are at that high moment in which we found ourselves in 1993. But of course, not many people are calling for any cancellation or annulment. Even if anybody is calling for that, that is not likely to happen. They should allow the court to, you know, complete this process. Now, to go back to the earlier story, I think it was Professor Shofison who wrote a famous play, an essay, Birthdays Are Not for Dying. So on a man's birthday, you know, it will not be proper for us to be to dictate to him how he should celebrate his birthday or how he should go about it. If he likes, he will say he doesn't want to have any event. If you like, there are some people who have birthdays, they say, no, I don't want to make noise. I just want to be alone, okay? Again, it's a matter of personal choice. In previous years, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his associates always organized colloquium where they exchange ideas about major issues of governance, principally on many of the occasions about federalism. And the persons who are involved in that, in organizing that annual colloquium, many of them were also involved in the election. And so they started this year. This has coincided with the month of Ramadan. And the decision is that since it is in the month of Ramadan, you know, the plan is to organize prayers across the country and also in the 5 divisions of Lagos State to pray. And there is nothing wrong with prayers. You can celebrate your birthday the way you like, as long as, well, I hope some of the people who celebrate on his behalf, even if it's not in the country, would make the implications available to the associates.
Well, you have to name your implications.
But as for where he is, Tunde Rahman, his media officer, issued a statement. Mr. Bayo Ononuga also issued a statement that he was traveling to France to rest after all that campaign. I mean, that campaign, that process from about June last year, before the primaries, and then campaigning throughout the country and all of that. I mean, a laborer deserves his rest, and he says he wants to go and rest because there is work ahead. If the court process, tribunal process favors him and he gets sworn in May 29, the same Nigerians who are looking for where he is now, if he travels for 2 days, they will start looking for what is he still doing outside. There's work to be done in Nigeria. So if he wants to rest, let him take his well-deserved rest. He says, they say he's in France. Of course, we expect that he will come back to come and face the assignment that he has.
All right.
So that's just about it. We don't have to make any big deal out of it. Maybe tomorrow morning we'll also wish him a happy birthday.
Rufai has wished him a happy birthday. Do it ahead of time. Happy birthday
and if a happy hour is declared, you can be sure that there will be many people who will go for a happy hour. What I will not do tomorrow is to drive in front of his house when I'm leaving the studio, because usually there is a crowd there.
Oh, yeah,
anytime there is an opportunity for implications.
Implications, which includes pepper soup and jollof rice. We already know. Well, all right. Well, in the same vein, the governor of Ebonyi State, David Umahi, has asked President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu to include the governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, in his administration. Umahi made the comment on Monday during an event hosted by Wike in Obiokpo local government area of Rivers State. The Ebonyi governor noted that Wike was a factor in Tinubu's great success in winning the election and that